Hi all, this is Param. Okay, in this series of video, we were seeing that how to do transformation in the Elasticsearch. What are the types? How to set tabs? Okay, what are the different use cases, right? So in this video, we will see what is the things we have to take care while defining transformations. Okay, or how we can define or execute our transformation effectively. Okay, so resource conservatively, okay, something like that, okay. So these are the ideas, in fact these are the configuration things we should keep in mind while defining transformations, okay. As I said earlier, transformation is really costly operation, yes, okay. So it's really costly operation since it involved searching, indexing, processing, storage, obviously, right? Since it is really costly, okay, since it's involved all these phases like searching, indexing, processing, storage, okay, we are going for separate node, okay, or one or two, more than one node in fact sometimes, okay. But still, okay, not only having separate node in the cluster, still there is some more things we have to keep in mind. That's how we can define our transformations effectively, okay. We will see one after another, okay. Okay, so I won't take much time in this, okay. So here what is now, disable the source, this, okay, in the destination index. So obviously what is now, it will save the memory space, that's it, okay, it will save the memory space, okay. And for continuous we will specify frequency, right. So by default it will 10 minutes. By the Elasticsearch the transformation accept minimum 1 to 1 hour, okay, not beyond that. If it is beyond that, it is very huge, okay. Assume that if it is beyond 1 hour means it will be a very healthy, very heavy task, since volume of data will be more in the source index, that's why. So appropriate, give the frequency either 1 minute or 10 minutes or 50 minutes or 30 minutes or 20 minutes. So optimize your as per your case, okay. And increase the number of shard in the destination index. Say if it is, let's say if you have a number of index, number of sharding is more means number of parallel writing can happen, right. So that's why that is advantage, right. So number of parallel writing can happen in the shard. But if you want to configure sharding, what you have to do? You have to go for explicit index creation. Explicit index creation means explicit mapping, explicit settings, okay. So you have to go for template then, okay. So that is the easiest way where you can define the your mapping, your settings, okay, or alias, something, whatever it is, okay. So what they will say now, before to start your transformation, you create your index, your manually or explicitly, okay. Then use that index with your transformations or jobs, okay. That's what. So obviously whenever you feel like you want to increase the sharding, then obviously we have to go for things Excel. Then one more thing, what is another, what they will say now, once you define the transformation jobs, you cannot update. But we have seen some AP, right, but I don't believe that, okay. We cannot update. What they will say now, you have to delete your transformation job, then again you have to start from the define, you have to define from the, as a new transformations, okay, with your new index or whatever change, whatever the configurations you need, okay. Then of course we are using searching, right. Searching means query, right. So what they will say now, if you are writing a very complex query, they recommend like you do the profiling, okay, and using the dev tools, okay. The Kibana, there is a dev tool, okay. Using the tool you can do profiling your query, so that you can understand how the search query, how fast or where it takes time, okay, for retrieving the data, okay. That is one of the thing. Then limit the scope of the query with the appropriate filters, okay. Assume that I have index, but in my case I don't want to do the transformation for let's say I have different category of customers, okay. Let's say very rich man, very poor people, or business people, something like that, okay. I don't want to do kind of analysis for poor people or something like that, okay. Assume that, or some businessman, let's say, so who are doing some business people, I don't want to do any analysis on them, then obviously I can do the filter, right. So that's what they are saying. So you write appropriate filter condition to limit scope of the index data. But optimizing your sharding strategy also shows index, but I don't know exactly what they are meaning, okay. Then tune the page size, right. We have seen in our API also, I said I have shown it 500, right. Here I think, yeah, here I have said 500, right. So how many records, how many records has to be fetched per index, per pagination. So that is what, again you can optimize 500, 200 or 600, 700, something like that, okay. And of course, since transformation works well in the indexed field, not runtime field or scripted field, right? Okay, not in the scripted field. Okay, so what they you please avoid runtime field or scripted field. Okay, you can even scripted aggregation we can write. In aggregation we can write script. I think I have written some for some watcher. Okay, so you can write packets with the script. Okay, similarly you can write runtime mapping while in the select so in the query. Okay, in the search query. So what they are saying is you don't do that. Okay, since it's costly, obviously that's the reason. Okay, it's costly. Of course it support only the indexed field. Okay, then of course clever use of group by. So you group by, what is in a group by, we can have any column, right? Okay, but you should do properly which numerical column or which typed column you should use, you should give in the group by, so that it will be very fast, right? Okay, and as I said, say, let's say if you want to control with a shard, or if you want to control with the mapping. Okay, if you want control with the mapping, you want to have right data types for your fields. Okay, or right data types appropriate for your aggregations data results. Okay, instead of boolean you want to have double, something like that. Okay, you go with this explicit mapping. Okay, you create explicit separate index with the explicit mapping and settings, then use that index in your transformation jobs. Okay, so these are the things, or these are the ideas, or these are the tips we have to keep in mind while writing transformation jobs. So to the effect for effective execution of transformation. Okay, thank you, thanks for watching. Okay, what is it, if you like the content, like my videos, leave your comment. Okay, and you can subscribe my channel and share with your friends.